Well, welcome back.
Okay.
We are going to go to this recipe, which is called a vegetarian burger.
Sounds good, honey.
It calls for 1 cup of garbanzo beans, 2 cups of water, 1 medium onion chopped, 3 tablespoons of soy milk powder, 1 cup of pecan meal, 1 cup of old-fashioned oats, 1 cup of instant oats, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes, 2 tablespoons of sage, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce light, and 1/4 cup of canola oil.
Okay.
Now, I like this because we got
Burger
a lot
time,
of the stuff that
burger
we're
time.
using on the first part of the show. We're now putting those grains and stuff together.
And we're
gonna
going
make it
vegetarian,
That's
making
right.
that transition.
Right. I'm going to start off with just adding in, Curtis, when you're going to soak these beans overnight. When we do the instructions on it, is you're going to take the 1 cup of garbanzo beans and put it in water, 2 cups of water, let it sit overnight. It will swell up and make 2.5 cups of garbanzos, all right?
Good point.
So we got that with the water. We've already done that. We're going to go ahead and put those all in. And right away, we're going to go ahead and start adding in. We've got instant oats, and you can go ahead and get that onion ready for me.
Oh, okay.
We got instant oats, and you can just make large, make it big. You don't have to make it small.
All right.
All right, we got the old-fashioned oats going in. We've got the pecan. This is pecan meal that's going in also. This helps to give the texture that the burgers need to have as well, the nut kingdom. And then once you put those onions in there for me, no, not big chunks, baby, because it's going to be blended. As soon as that food processor gets a hold of it, it is going to blend right on down, okay?
Okay.
And all right, so just go ahead and set that on top.
Ready to
go ahead
go?
and put it on top of that, yeah.
Okay.
All right. All righty. And I like this combination, nice flavor. 1 onion.
All right.
All right, we're going to put that top on, and we're going to blend it. Now you want to make sure that you blend this all the way until this becomes kind of smooth, or you don't see the beans themselves as far as the garbanzos. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the sage, the soy flour, nutritional yeast, the salt, and the garlic powder, and then I'm going to lastly put in the soy sauce. All right?
Okay.
I'm going to turn it back on. Let me stir it first one time here. Get all this down in there.
Now you mentioned soy sauce. There's also Bragg's liquid amino, which
Bragg's
is about
aminos.
the same amount of sodium as soy sauce light.
It's the same. I like the soy sauce light because it has a hickory kind of a flavor to it, so I like that flavor a little bit better. Okay, but you can use the other one in place. Now, what happens is, if you can see, Curtis, it's already making a nice kind of a pasty texture here.
Let me go ahead and heat the skillet,
You can go ahead and get the skillet heated up because what happens is, now, I want to say that once you make this up, it does take, you want to let it sit for a while because so that all those flavors can now actually get in there. So I've already made up a batch, so you can see what it looks like when it's all finished. And this is the one we're going to actually put into our skillet. So you got your olive oil there. I mean canola oil we're using right now. So let's get that canola oil together, and we're going to pour it in and get it hot. That's enough right there. That's enough. We're going to get that skillet nice and hot. And one of the things that I have found out, Curtis, is that when you do this, if you would just take, you can spray your hand with a little bit of spray if you want to make the patties, okay? But I have found that if I take this 1/4 cup measurement, I can make a nice burger out of it, and so you don't have to worry about your hands getting dirty, okay? So once again, you make this up, and you will let it sit for at least a good 10 minutes before you start making your burgers. And I'm going to go ahead on, and let's move that over to the side, and let's go ahead on and make the burgers. Your pan nice and hot, baby?
Well,
nice and hot, turn it up a little bit.
It's
there.
300.
All right,
One higher?
350.
350.
All righty. Going to put it in, and we're going to flatten it out.
Now, how many burgers can this make approximately?
This makes,
based on this
makes
recipe?
about 15 large
15.
burgers. 15 large burgers. As you can see, if you do 1/4 of a cup.
Okay.
All right. Want to make it in. I like to make the circle, of course. All right. And let's say we'll do another one, and then I want to tell you something else that I do with this as well. So to make 15 nice burgers, just flatten it out. And if you
this is making the transition is what we're talking about. This is very inexpensive.
Yes.
Of course, meat is very expensive, and but using the whole grains and legumes, relatively inexpensive as compared to meat.
Yes.
Fresh foods.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do, Curtis, too, with this, remember I have sage in it?
That's right.
Okay, so you can also turn this into like little sausage patties. And the way you do that, and I am going to have to get some oil in my hands, and that is you would just take a smaller amount of it. Let's even get less than that. A smaller amount. And then you'd roll it up a little bit and make it into sausage patties. Okay? And if you want to make a long patty, like, like the sausage link, you can add a little bit of red peppers to it if you want to, a little bit more sage, and you can actually make it into a link.
Oh.
Okay?
Any variation that you like?
Any variation, you can make up a combination of different things there.
I need to flip it now, or wait?
I'm going to tell you now. Well, you want it brown on that one side really well. Okay. It takes about a good, I would say on a speed, maybe about a good 10 minutes or so, because these are beans and it is raw. Remember that, okay? Not cooked. And so with that in mind, and you have a spatula over there, do you?
I have one over here.
You got a spatula. Looks like it's looking pretty good there. Let's turn that first one over.
First one?
Let's turn it over so you can see that brown, that nice brown color it actually makes. All right, and then flatten it down a little bit. Hold on, flatten it down a little bit there. All right.
Nice golden brown.
Nice golden brown. You can do the second one there too as well. Don't smack it so hard, honey.
Oh, don't smack it so hard.
Move that down so that we can get the other ones brown as well. Okay. And now, what's going to happen is that's going to be browning up, and like I said, it'll make about 15 burgers, the size of a burger bun, believe it or not, and then it will make something like almost 30 of the actual little patties, and I'll make almost 30 of those long ones, so you can have it like we do the little small ones. I'll do that with waffles on a Sunday afternoon. I'll do that with waffles and stuff like that. Yeah. So let's go ahead on and turn those over so you can see that one. Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and do the other burger. Go ahead and do the other burger. Okay.
And I don't think the middle one is ready.
Well, let's just see what happens there. I just want them to see that the little one. Okay.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because it's sitting at 300. Sitting at 350.
Okay.
Right. The main thing is you want to make sure that you get that oil, because the oil is what actually causes the browning. Okay. Now, this is an excellent combination. You got the beans, you got all those, the whole grains, the combination to go together there. And you can serve this once it's done, once the burger's done, you can serve it on a whole wheat bun with a soy mayonnaise, all right? Or we also have our mayonnaises that we have in our book, Revised Vegetarian Cooking Made Easy. Lettuce and tomatoes, But I know you're saying to yourself, I still don't believe that. So you know what? We want you to stay by because we're getting ready to show you the end product.